मूरत मजेदार है प्यारी, छवि अद्भुत अवतारी। मूरत मजेदार है प्यारी, छवि अद्भुत अवतारी। निगम नेति कहे जाहि, निगम नेति कहे जाहि। धरे नर रूप सो आई, धरे नर रूप सो आई। मूरत मजेदार है प्यारी, छवि अद्भुत अवतारी। मूरत मजेदार है प्यारी, छवि अद्भुत अवतारी। छवि अति रूप में भारी, छटा त्रैलोक से न्यारी। छवि अति रूप में भारी, छटा त्रैलोक से न्यारी। बदन को देख के चंदा, लज्जित भय हो गया मंदा। बदन को देख के चंदा, लज्जित भय हो गया मंदा। मूरत मजेदार है प्यारी, छवि अद्भुत अवतारी। मूरत मजेदार है प्यारी, छवि अद्भुत अवतारी। भली पगिया सिरे भ्राजे, कुसुम समुदाय जो छाजे। भली पगिया सिरे भ्राजे, कुसुम समुदाय जो छाजे। लसत बिच छोगलू भारे, विबुध जन पंख वोडारे। लसत बिच छोगलू भारे, विबुध जन पंख वोडारे। मूरत मजेदार है प्यारी, छवि अद्भुत अवतारी। मूरत मजेदार है प्यारी, छवि अद्भुत अवतारी। प्रकाशित भाल है भारी, बिछे रेखा जुगल न्यारी। प्रकाशित भाल है भारी, बिचेरे खा जुगल न्यारे। कहे जगदीश मन मोहे, सुधाकर बीच में सोहे। कहे जगदीश मन मोहे, सुधाकर बीच में सोहे। मूरत मजेदार है प्यारी, छवि अद्भुत अवतारी। मूरत मजेदार है प्यारी, छवि अद्भुत अवतारी। निगम नेति कहे जाहि, निगम नेति कहे जाहि। धरे नर रूप सो आई, धरे नर रूप सो आई। मूरत मजेदार है प्यारी, छवि अद्भुत अवतारी। मूरत मजेदार है प्यारी, छवि अद्भुत अवतारी। मूरत मजेदार है प्यारी।
Jai Swaminarayan to all. Yes, so now we'll start our today's Satsang. Today's Vachanamrut is Garuda last chapter, number 6. First I will read Vachanamrutam. Swaminarayan Hare, Swaminarayan Hare. In the Samvat year 1883, on the 5th day of the dark half of the month of the Bhadrapad, Swami Sri Sahajanandaji Maharaj was seated in his own residential place in the Darbar of Dada Kachar in Gadda. He had put on all white garments. Saints and devotees from various places had gathered before him in an assembly. Then Sriji Maharaj cast a merciful glance at the devotees and started his talks. He said, God is not at all pleased even if one worships him in all the 9 kinds of devotion out of jealousy for other devotees. One must discard jealousy completely and worship God only for the sake of his own good. He should not also make a show of his devotion in order to impress others. In case he happens to commit some offense while worshipping the Lord, he should not hold anyone else responsible for his offense. It is in the human nature that whenever one happens to commit some offense, he will say, I was misled by that other fellow and hence I was inclined to commit the offense. In fact, I am not at all at fault. One who says like this is a great fool. Someone will say, jump into the well. Should he jump into the well on his words? In fact, he who commits the offense is himself at fault, and yet he holds others responsible for his own faults. If the soul holds his senses and conscience responsible for his own mistakes, it is a great folly on his part. The soul and mind are fast friends. Their friendship is like that of milk and water. When a mixture of milk and water is heated on fire, it is water that evaporates. Water will not let milk to get burned. But then milk also, in order to save water from evaporating, flows over the pan and puts out the fire. This is how milk and water are bound by fast friendship. And so are the soul and mind bonded by fast friendship. The mind will never harbor any thoughts which the soul does not like. It is only when the soul expresses liking that mind will try to lead the soul astray. Mind will say to the soul, when you meditate upon God, you should meditate upon some female devotee also along with his divine image. Then mind lures the soul to think about various organs of her body. Thus, the soul will be lured into harboring malicious thoughts about the female devotee, just as he would harbor such thoughts about any other woman. In such circumstances, if the soul of the devotee is pure and guiltless, he will not be misled by his mind. On the contrary, he will get angry with his mind so that his mind will never dare to lure him into such malicious thoughts. But if the soul is not guiltless, rather if he is sinful, he will fall into the lure of his mind, and then his mind will cause the soul to harbor such malicious thoughts and will make him fall from his path of his ultimate good. His mind will talk about things against moral integrity. Hence, if one's mind says something against moral integrity, or even if some other fellow says such things, one who is desirous of his final liberation will treat them as his enemies. But mind is definitely a faithful friend of the soul. Mind will not harbor any thought which the soul does not like. If the soul expresses annoyance at the time when mind harbors some malicious thoughts, it will never harbor such thoughts. But if mind continues to harbor such thoughts, the soul must be held responsible for the negligence of his part. It cannot be the fault of his mind only. One should clearly understand this phenomenon and worship God. Then he will not be influenced by any vicious person or by the evil thinking of his mind. Then there will be no disturbance in his worship of the Lord. Iti Vachana number 6, the last chapter. Varanivesh-ramanīya-darshanam mandahasa-ruchirānana पूजितं सुरनरोत्तमेर्मुदा धर्मनन्दनमः विचिन्तये ॐ अवतारिणे श्री स्वामिनारायण नमो नमः श्री हरे कृष्णाय नमः श्री पूर्ण पुरुषोत्तमाय नमः सर्वावतारी इष्ट देव भगवान श्री स्वामीनारायण, पूज्यपाद शास्त्री जी महाराज, पूज्यपाद गुरु महाराज, पूज्यपाद Sadguru Sri Dev Prasad Das Ji Swami Ji, all other pious and Brahmanist saints, and all dear Gurukul family members. Heartiest Jai Swaminarayan. Yeah, so today we read the Vachanam number 6 from Garuda last chapter. Any one of you can say something what you remembered after? Okay, yes. Ashish sir.
Jai Swaminarayan Swamiji.
Jai Swaminarayan.
Swamiji, in this Vachanamrut, one very important thing, it is been told by Almighty God, that is soul and mind, they are the friends like milk and water. And if the mind is having this malicious thought continuously, soul is also responsible for that.
It's very good. Yeah, so in this Vachanamritam, Bhagavan Swaminarayan said about friendship of mind and soul, or like close friendship or fast friendship of mind and soul, like milk and water. New secret and science about milk and water, Bhagavan Swaminarayan said, right? Yeah. We are boiling milk every day, but we don't know why milk is coming out of the vessels because of friendship. Fine. Yeah. So very important Vachanamritam today. The topic of Vachanamritam is code of conduct of devotion, we can say, Or Pujya Devaprasad Swamiji says that rules and regulation of devotion. Yeah. See, my dear Gurukul family members, we all are devotees of Bhagavan Swaminarayan. We are doing devotion according to our capacity, according to our faith and devotion, dedication. But as we are influenced or affected or suffering with all other vices like jealousy, then ego, then show off, all such vices, we are also continuing in the holy path also. In our job platform or business platform, if you are doing some competitions or jealousy with somebody, anyhow, that is also not like encouraged one, but in some cases that may be useful, but the same mistakes we are doing in the path of God also. We are doing devotions, we are trying to please God, but during that devotion also, what we do? We also do with like competitions, we also do with jealousy. After doing devotion also, we feel egoist. So all that vices, we are also continuing in the path of God also. And that's why in this Vachanamritam, Bhagavan Swaminarayan said that what should be code of conduct of devotion. Here devotion doesn't mean only doing mala or puja, because the word bhakti, devotion means bhakti. So bhakti, the word is made from Sanskrit root or dhatu, that is called bhaj sevayam. Bhaj sevayam is the original root of Sanskrit. Out of that, this bhakti word is derived. So bhakti means straightforward and basic. First meaning of bhakti is not devotion. Bhakti means seva. Bhakti means seva. So while we are doing devotion, while we are doing seva, we are also continuing the jealousy, continuing our ego, continuing our competitions with other devotees, and we are doing. So in this Vachanamritam, Bhagavan Swaminarayan is saying that what should be code of conduct of devotion means seva. While we are doing seva or even devotion like puja, prayer or mala, pradakshina, so while we are doing devotion, how one should do all these spiritual activities or actions. Either we are doing physical seva or mental seva or any kind of seva or devotion. So our seva or devotion should be according to this Vachanamrut's code and conduct. So what is that? So in brief, Bhagavan Swaminarayan said that one should not do devotion with jealousy. One should not do devotion with competition. One should not do devotion for show off, means dam. One should not blame others while doing devotions. One should not do devotion with ego. One should not do devotion aimlessly. And one should do devotion only for his own salvation. So these are the few are said in this Vachanamritam, and few Pujya Devaprasad Swamiji have written as a reference with the reference of other Vachanamritams. So one should not do devotion with jealousy, should not do devotion with competition, one should not do for a show off the devotion, one should not blame others while doing devotion mistaken, one should not do with ego, one should do only for his own salvation, and one should not do aimlessly. He should do to please God. So these are the code of conduct of devotion or seva. While we are doing seva or devotion, we should remember these all things, that this should not be involved, or our devotion should not be oriented any one of this, and we have to perform seva or devotion. Then only Bhagavan Swaminarayan or God will please on us. If we go each one in brief. So first one is should not do with jealousy. Now, most of we see that when we are doing devotion, so knowingly, unknowingly, we are inspired with the jealousy, right? Or we are affected with jealousy. Bhagavan Sri Krishna was living in Dwarika along with all his 8 main queens. Actually, Bhagavan Krishna had 16,108 queens. So, but 8 queens were main queens like Rukmini, Devi, Satyabhama, Jambuvati, and others. So Satyabhama belongs to the very rich family. His father was Satrajit Yadav, and he was friend of Bhagavan Suryanarayan, and so that he had Shyamantak diamond money, Shyamantak diamond with him, the father of Satyabhamas. So that Shyamantak money was giving gold every day, right? As we are paying EMI every day, right? Every month. Same way, that Shyamantak money was giving gold every day. And so that Satyabhama also had some like proud, or okay, I belongs to very rich family, or very rich family. Rukmini was also a daughter of king, but still she was very devoted to Bhagavan Krishna, and she did not have any such emotions while loving to the Bhagavan Krishna. So in the Dwarika, all were living very happily. Once Naradji had come for darshan of Bhagavan Krishna, then Naradji thought that, yeah, I have visited here Prithvilok and Dwarika, so something to be solved, right? Yeah, my trip should not be just only a tour. Yeah, it should be some purposeful trip. So Naradji visited every queen's palace one by one. Then Naradji went to the Satyabhama's palace and said that Bhagavan Krishna is loving to Rukmini more than to you. Satyabhama said, no, Bhagavan Krishna is loving to me also. No. Bhagavan Krishna is loving to Rukmini the first, then second number is you. Then Satyabhama said, okay, what should I do? Because I expect that Bhagavan Krishna should love first to me, then anybody else. So Naradji said, very easy, right? And every wife expects that my husband should be in my control, right? Yeah. Anyhow, so here Satyabhama said that, yes, so how to control Bhagavan Krishna? Means Bhagavan Krishna should be in my control, not in Rukmini's control. Then Naradji said, very simple, you have to do one vrat, like a kind of spiritual penance, or you have to follow one vrat for 1 month, and end of the vrat, the final of that vrat, you have to do Suvarna Tula. Means you have to weight Bhagavan Krishna with gold. So you have to take the scale, and in one scale you have to make Bhagavan Krishna to sit, and another scale you have to put the gold. So Satyabhamaji said, yes, it's very easy, because my father is having good enough gold. So for me it is very easy, it's nothing tough for me. And Naradji flew back. Yeah. Here Satyabhama started vrat according to Naradji's guidance and instructions. Then as month was completed, so Satyabhama said that Bhagavan Krishna, that yes, I want to make Suvarna Tula. So come and sit in this pan. So Bhagavan Krishna sat in that pan. And this another pan, Satyabhama started keeping or putting golds. So all whatever in treasury or her cupboards belongs, everything she started keeping. And very big heap taken place, but Bhagavan Krishna's pan scale was not rising. And she started whatever possible, everywhere she collected and kept whatever even she add on, that also she removed and kept all ornaments, what was in stock also she kept. But Bhagavan Krishna's scale was or pan was not raising. And finally she was tired. So what to do? If this is not, Suvarnatula is not happening, then she will not be blessed by the result and fruit of her penance or her vrat. So finally again Naradji came, and Naradji said that it's very simple. You go to the Rukmini and you ask help from Rukmini. So Satyabhama at last, she did not have any option. So she went to the Rukmini Devi and she asked for help. Rukmini was very innocent and very loving to Bhagavan Krishna and even Satyabhama. So she came and said, yes, it's very easy and very simple. So she removed her nose ring and kept in another pan. As she kept that small nose ring, immediately Bhagavan Krishna's pan was raised. So Satyabhama could not understood that I kept almost 30 kg, 40 kg or 50 kg gold, even though Bhagavan Krishna's pan is not raised, and now just with small ring, so it may be only that part only was missing, just 10 grams only it was less. If I would have kept another 10 gram extra, it would raised. So to check it, except that ring, one by one, all ornaments and gold was removed from that pan. But even though with that one small nose ring, Bhagavan Krishna was upscaled, or that pan was raised. Then Satyabhama understood, yes, that why Bhagavan Krishna is loving to Rukmini first and next to me. Because the devotion of Rukmini ji was very innocent and very any kind of flawless. Yeah. Whereas Satyabhama also was loving to Bhagavan Krishna, but there was a little sense of jealousy or sense of competition with Rukmini ji, and that's why Bhagavan Krishna was not so pleased on her. So in this Vachanamritam, Bhagavan Swaminarayan is saying that devotee of God, while doing devotion, while doing seva, you should not have jealousy with other devotees. We don't have chance of jealousy with others, like outside or third person. We have chance of jealousy and competition with our colleagues. Colleagues means other devotees only. So while we are doing seva and devotion, we should not have jealousy with other devotees of God. So first one is, the first code of conduct is that we should not have jealousy while doing devotion or seva. Second one is, we should not have competition while doing seva and devotion. Anyhow, both are very close, jealousy and competition. But like Duryodhan, right? Duryodhan had everything, but still he was not happy. From internally, he was very unhappy, dissatisfied, and he was not having even peace. Reason is that he sent Pandavas to the forest, but all Hastinapur citizens, they were remembering, they were praising Yudhishthir Maharaja, that yes, when Yudhishthir Maharaja was there, he was performing yagnas, he was giving dakshinas, he was giving other things to us. And just to make them to forget Bhagavan Krishna, Yudhishthir, Duryodhan started doing a daily yagya and daily dakshina. If Yudhishthir Maharaja was giving to, suppose 1000 Brahmins, so Duryodhan started giving 10,000 Brahmins dakshina. And if Yudhishthir Maharaja was performing yajna for morning 3 hours, then Duryodhana started throughout the whole day, right? 8 to 10 hours in a day, yajna. But that even spiritual activity he was doing just because of jealousy or just because of competition with Yudhishthir. He did not have any other constructive or productive wish or wish of pleasing God, just only wish that yes, anyhow, people should forget Yudhishthir and people should start praising that yes, Duryodhana Maharaja is even greater than Yudhishthir. And so he was doing spiritual activities. Doing yajna, giving donation, dakshina is kind of good activities only. But even these activities he was doing just because of competition, because of jealousy. So Bhagavan Swaminarayan is saying in this Vachanamritam that my devotees should not do any devotion with competition. Even we have to check ourselves, my dear Gurukul family members. While we are doing seva or devotion, so our devotion should not be driven by competition, driven by jealousy with others. And as a human nature, that most of time, whatever we do because of other driven force. The driven force should be only God and our own salvation. Third one is code of conduct of devotion is should not do for show off, means dam. Should not do for show off means dam. Once Bhagavan Swaminarayan along with this Sura Khachar, Dada Khachar, Alaya Khachar, they were traveling from one village to another village. It was the olden time. They were traveling with horses. So to get some dakshina or donation, one Babaji thought, okay, that a group of people are coming. So and all they are having rich clothes and big turbans. So they all looks like landlords and kings. So if I get some dakshina, so to get some dakshina, he sat exactly midway, center of the road, and closed his eyes and he sat for meditation posture and started doing meditation. So after a while, the complete group sang, reached to that Babaji. Bhagavan Swaminarayan passed. Then saints also were there. They also passed through. At last, these devotees were there. Sura Khachar, Dada Khachar, Alaya Khachar. So Dada Khachar and Alaya Khachar started discussing that, Are Alaya, this Babaji is sitting here. I want to give donation to him, but Babaji don't have any pocket. Right? And Babaji don't have any Paytm barcode also. Otherwise, directly Google Pay we can do, right? So Babaji don't have any bank account number, don't have pocket. And if we keep in front of Babaji, then somebody else will take away. So how to donate, how to give money to this Babaji? It's very simple. If Babaji opens his mouth, then we'll keep golden coin in Babaji's mouth, then it will be safe and our donation will reach to the Babaji. So by listening that, Babaji also was listening. Babaji opened his mouth, then Sura Khachar went back of, he was doing pradakshina to Babaji. Then he took handful dust and put in Babaji's mouth and went away, ran away. So this is called show off, right? See, my dear Gurukul family members, in our life also we are doing devotions with show off. Show off means actually we don't have that quality, but we try to exhibit, we try to show off that quality. Suppose very big group we are living in Gurukul, right? So there is a one devotee or one teacher who is good enough in his behavior, his devotion, his seva, and he is getting respect from everybody. Even by Swamiji also is getting high respect, good respect. So then, okay, he is getting always good respect than me. I am not getting that respect. So even I want to show that, yes, I am also a very highly dedicated and highly devoted person. So for that show up, we try to do something or any like kind of drama or acting we do, and that is called dhamb. So devotee of God should not be doing devotion or seva driven by dhamb. You should not have any show off. Bhagavan Swaminarayan said in another Vachanamritam that, yes, as we are internally, same we should be presented outwardly also. We should not have two different forms, right? Internally we are different and outwardly we are different. 99% people are such only, right, today? Yeah. Internally they are something different and outwardly they are something different. But in the path of God, we should not have that sense. Otherwise, it is very harmful to us. Because God is omnipresent. He knows everything, that what we are thinking internally and what we are showing outwardly. So God is Antaryami, He is omnipresent. He knows everything. And if we do such dhamb or kapat, then God will not forgive us and our devotion will have no value. So the third code of conduct of devotion is we should not do devotion for show off. Fourth one is we should not do devotion as a routine. Yeah, this is said by Devaprasad Swamiji. In Vachanamrita it is not mentioned, but or with other reference, other Vachanamrita reference. We should not do devotion as a routine. Very important. Sometimes we may not be doing with show off. We would not be doing with competitions or jealousy. But most of us, we do our devotion as a routine. And when we do as a routine, I don't think any like major benefits we get. Yeah. So devotion should not be as a routine one. What is the meaning of routine? Can anybody say? How can we identify this routine or we are doing with whole heart? Let's have some discussion. Yeah. It's very simple. Yeah. And you can raise hand, I will unmute. And not only Ashish sir, everybody should answer, right? Yes, here some Ramchandra sir.
Jai Swamiji.
Jai Swaminarayan.
Swamiji, routine, as per my understanding, routine means practicing normal procedures and normal protocols and all those things without keeping wholeheartedness on that particular thing which you are doing. That is my understanding.
Okay. How to measure ourselves? That am I doing with routine or I am doing with whole heart? How to measure?
Yeah,
How to...
yeah, as a, if one particular if any experiment is there, we will follow only specific particular protocols, Swamiji. While doing this thing also, if we are not involving heartfully, if we are doing with such protocols, it may called in that way.
Okay, correct. Protocol, right? Then anybody else? Any other teacher want to answer? How can we know that, not for others, just for ourselves only? How can I know that am I doing with routine or with love and affection? Yes, Srinivas sir. You're not audible. Sir, your audio is not connected. Yeah, meanwhile, I will take one more teacher. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Swamiji.
Jai Swaminarayan.
I think Swamiji, routine means like it is just in our daily routine. For example, if we are getting late, so in just 1 minute we will do aarti and incense stick, and then we will just proceed to our work.
But yeah, okay. Fine. Yeah, so while we are doing something with routine, Pujya Devaprasad Swamiji says that by doing that, we get boring, right? We get tired. It may be just for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. In 2 hours or 2.5 hours movie, we won't get tired, right? But in this 15 minutes puja, we get bored and tired. So that shows that we are doing without interest, without love and affection, just as a routine. So number 2, when we are doing with routine, we would not be knowing that where we are. Suppose we are singing some devotional songs or other devotional lyrics. So by singing that, we will not be knowing that exactly where we are now. In between somebody stops, then we will also stop. We don't know that exactly where we are. The second line we are going on, or third line, or last line, we will not be knowing. Because we are not mentally present there. Our mind is roaming something else. And we'll be very keen to get it finished and stand from there, right? Yeah. We'll be very eager that when it will finish and we'll go away from here. So major symptoms we can say that we get bored and we get boring while we are not having whole heart and devotion. Yeah. Fine. So we should not do our devotion or seva as a routine. Every day, actually, it is said that suppose many of you might be loving cricket, right? Yeah. So there will be always same bat, balls, and 11 players, right? Yes. Every day it is same only, but even though every match, one who is loving to cricket, he will find enjoyment. He will not find just enjoyment. He will find new things every day. Otherwise, same balls will be there, same, all our things are same. Nothing is new every day. Players are also same. Rules are also same. So, but even though one who is having loving cricket, he will every time enjoy watching cricket. Since 10 years or 20 years, you'll be enjoying watching cricket. Why? Because he is having love, or he's having passion, he's having interest in the cricket. While doing puja or singing dhun, are we getting everyday new and new happiness or enjoyment? No. We think, okay, same thing we are doing every day, right? Yeah, same puja we are doing every day. Same kirtan we are singing every day. Same aarti. Okay, all of you are singing aarti, right? So while singing aarti, what do we feel? Yes, today's aarti is something new than yesterday's aarti. Do we feel that? No, we thought, okay, it was every day we are singing same aarti. But while watching cricket, we don't feel, okay, this is same cricket. Yeah, we feel, oh, this cricket is, today's cricket match was different. Again, tomorrow's match will be different. So likewise, because yes, that is, we are watching or we have keen interest in the cricket. So my dear Gurukul family members, we should not do our devotion or seva as a routine. Actually, in the form of God, there is a such happiness and we can say innovation or newness, that every time, every moment, it is said in scriptures, kshane kshane yan navatam upeti tadeva rupam ramaniyataya. We say that the form of God is very beautiful, very ramaniya, manohar. So what is the definition of manohar and ramaniya? Kshane kshane yan navatam upeti means every second the form of God is new and new. Yeah, but for us, it is old and old, right? Because we don't have. Yeah, actually, this example should not right should not be given, but still, suppose while family person, right, married person, while he is looking to his wife, he feels that okay, she is same only last 5 years. What to see in that? No, every time while he looks to her, he feels, yeah, today something new, right? Today something new than yesterday. Yes, that shows love and affection. He never gets bored, right? You will be knowing more better than me, right? Yeah. Whether you're getting bored or not. Whatever Manish will say, because he is fresh.
Jai Swaminarayan Swami.
Jai Swaminarayan. Yeah, not to say, okay, don't worry, publicly. Yeah. So when we are doing as a routine, so we get bored. And we think that okay, if we get chance to escape it, we take first that chance, right? Time of puja, prayer, or arti. If we are getting some other things to do, then we'll accept that first, and we'll yeah. So we should not do our devotion as a routine. Then we should not blame others while doing devotion. See, while we're doing devotion, there is a chance we may commit some mistakes. Yeah, it is natural. Yeah. And especially devotion, there is a less chance doing mala or puja. But while we're doing seva, so there is a chance that we may commit mistakes. But the nature of our nature is that while something goes wrong, what we do? Yes, we directly throw ball to the opponent court. Yeah. Yeah, we throw that, we blame others that because of that devotee, I was mistaken. Otherwise, actually, I never do mistake. In last 10 years, I never did mistake. But today, because of that new devotee, I made mistake. So this is our very danger nature. While doing devotion, we never digest bad result of our actions. Sometimes if something went wrong, and that is a result of purely our actions only. But even though we don't digest or we don't accept as a wholeheartedly or honestly, we try to throw on someone. We try to blame someone. So Bhagavan Swaminarayan said that, yes, my devotees should not blame others while doing devotion. Any mistake is committed. If you take example of school, right? So after Corona, what every teacher says, Swamiji, after Corona, yes, the children academic is completely washed out, right? They are completely poor. They don't have basic, and completely they are very poor. And if Corona was not there, even though what teachers used to say, Swamiji, basic is very poor, right? Students' basic is very poor. So indirectly, we are blaming to the previous teacher. Yeah, from wherever this student is coming, so he is not good, his subject is not good. So previous teachers we are blaming. We don't accept. Suppose 10th or 12th board result is not good. So what principal or that teachers will say? Some or other excuse. Maybe a question paper was very hard, or paper blueprint was changed, or this time students were not prepared well, whatsoever. Some or others reason will find out and we'll blame to others. And we try to advocate our mistakes. That, okay, it is first time, next time we'll not repeat. And at last we don't find anything. So what we do? We say that, yes, it's not I am alone. Many are doing same mistakes. Why you are saying to me only? Right? I am not only late. There are many others those are coming late, and you are saying to me only. So at any cost, we don't want to admit our mistakes I'm giving examples, is like lively examples I'm giving, but Bhagavan Swaminarayan is talking about spirituality. That suppose at last, suppose while doing devotion, right? Our mind is roaming here and there. So what we say? Yes, my mind is very cunning that it is roaming here and there. But otherwise, I was willing to do puja only with whole heart. But my mind is such, or my conscience is such, or my eyes are such, my ears are such that they are roaming here and there, and they are following me from the path of God. So Bhagavan Swaminarayan said, no. If somebody is blaming to his antahkaran, means man, buddhi, chit, or ahankar, if he is blaming to his mind, that my mind is such, and that's why I'm not getting concentrated in God, Bhagavan Swaminarayan said, no, it is completely wrong. Because mind and soul are best friends. If our soul doesn't want to get here and there, then mind will not go here and there. And if that is the case, Bhagavan Swaminarayan gave a very good example. If somebody will say us, okay, you jump into the well. So what we'll do? We'll jump into the well, we'll say that, okay, I was not willing to fall, jump, but that friend said, that's why I fell. No, we never do that, right? Yeah, we never do that. But in other cases, everywhere we do this, we blame. We are not doing, but we are blaming to XYZ, either XYZ person or this or that. Yeah, recently, like one employee committed one mistake. So his boss has given some punishment to him. Then this employee had a golden argument. He said to his boss, that boss, do you think that by this punishment, it will be stopped or it will be rectified? If you forgive, then it will be stopped and it will be rectified. So what do you say? What a golden argument, right? Yeah. And see, change won't happen by punishment, no? Change happens with whole heart only. And change should come within. It cannot be implanted. So this kind of excuse and this kind of argument we have even while doing devotion. So Bhagavan Swaminarayan said that if one wants to please God with his devotion, with his seva, then he should not have any such blaming to the others. Yes, whatever happened. If we accept our mistake, Pujya Swamiji said very nice, that if we accept our mistakes, or if we admit our mistake, then only we can progress. If one is not admitting his mistake, means he will be falling down only. He will not get progress. So, my dear Gurukul family members, while doing devotion, we should not blame others. Anything goes wrong. Should not do devotion with ego. Yeah, suppose now everything is fine. We are doing devotion without jealousy, without competition, without blaming others. In fact, we are doing true sense of devotion. Then what happens? We feel proud. We feel ego, right? That in whole branch, I am only one who is the very true devotee of God. Yes, we start feeling ego. So one should not do devotion and should not let ego to enter in his devotion. At last, devotion should do only for our own salvation. We should not do devotion for any other expectation. We should do devotion only for our own salvation, like Sabri. Yes, the story is very well known. So Sabri was born in like tribal family or caste, and she was waiting her guru. Matang Rishi said to her that, yeah, one day Bhagwan Ram will come to your hut and will give you darshan. So every day she was cleaning, she was plucking fruits and waiting for Bhagwan Sri Ram. She did not think that, okay, whenever Bhagwan Ram's emails or phone comes, then that day only will clean everything, right? Why every day to clean? Yeah. She was cleaning that, yes, today Bhagwan Sri Ram will come and will give me darshan. Same way, and she got completely old age. Number of years she continued. That last Bhagavan Sri Ram, because she was doing just for his own salvation, not for any of show off or any other with other intention. So we should do devotion only for our own salvation, not any other expectation. At last, Bhagavan Swaminarayan said that should not do devotion or seva aimlessly, that we should not have any other intention. No, Bhagavan Swaminarayan added then Srimad Bhagavad Gita that we should have at least target that, yes, by this seva and devotion, Bhagavan Swaminarayan should be pleased on me. So that should be a target and wish or desire that, yes, God should be pleased on me by this seva or devotion. At least that. Any materialistic wish, desire or intention should not have. But this intention must be there, and if that intention is not there of pleasing God, then our seva becomes tamoguni. Our seva becomes tamsi. So Bhagavan Swaminarayan said that, yes, along with this intention, that whatever I do, only God should please. Either somebody else is looking to me or not, watching to me or not, or knowing or not, yes, I must do with my whole heart. And just to please Bhagavan Swaminarayan. And if you do that way, so Bhagavan Swaminarayan said that mind and soul are best friends. If while doing puja, our mind is roaming here and there, so it's not a fault of mind. That is a fault of our soul only. Our soul wants, that's why mind is going here and there. Our soul wants or is agree, that's why our eyes are going here and there, or ears are going here and there. If our soul is very like punctual or very steady, that yes, no, your mind should not go anywhere, then mind won't go. So my dear Gurukul family members, in today's Vachanamritam, last chapter, number 6, Vachanamritam, Bhagavan Swaminarayan said that what should be code of conduct while doing devotion. Yeah, today before Satsang only, there was a discussion with one of the devotee. He was saying that, Swamiji, I don't know what happens every Thursday, Thursday, something or else emergency is rising and I'm not able to attend the Satsang, right? Yeah. So this is nothing but we are throwing ball to the opponent court. Yeah, it is only we are sole responsible for our own good or bad. We don't have any right or excuse to blame on others. Okay, here we blame, it's fine, but God will not accept. God will not accept. So may Bhagavan Swaminarayan bless all of us to overcome all excuse, and let us to, while doing devotion on seva, we all are doing devotion, we all are doing seva, but knowingly, unknowingly, this code of conduct of devotion, sometimes we are missing, either competition driven or jealousy driven or ego driven, or we are blaming others, or we are doing with other intention, other purpose or objective. So we should try to purify the way we are doing devotion and seva. Then by that seva, Bhagavan Swaminarayan will please on us, and at last we'll have Akshardham. May Bhagavan Swaminarayan bless all of us. Bolo Swaminarayan Bhagavan ki jai. Yeah, so we can take 2-3 questions. You can raise your hand. Yes, sir.
Jai Swaminarayan Swamiji.
Jai Swaminarayan.
Swamiji, I have a small confusion.
Yeah, tell me.
So what you told about that in Suvarnatula, Rukmani has put her ear nose ring. Even I heard in other sources same concept, but in other sources I learned that Tulsi Dula has put in other sources. So which is the correct or answer, Swamiji?
Yeah, you are right. So both the story are available. So yeah, majorly it is like Tulsi Patra only it is said, and even I heard this because while Suvarna Tula was going on, so I think nose rings
Yes, yes.
should right way. Yeah, at that time Tulsi
Right.
Patra is not much concern, it seems. So this
Yes,
can
in
be.
two places I learned that. In one place I learned that that nose ring. In another sources Tulsi. So which is the correct answer to know about this?
Yeah, in this, my dear Gurukul family members, message is important, right? Sometimes either it is Tulsi Patra or nose ring. It doesn't matter much. Yeah, Tulsi, sorry, but message that if we do devotion with without all these vices, then God please with our devotion. Yeah, like
Okay,
Rukmini.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, any other question?